Good morning, students. This is your teacher Neelam Helawat, and today we'll start with the new chapter, that is your chapter number 17, Breathing and Exchange of Gases. I hope you well understood the chapter number 16. It was a very basic one, and you see many of the things that you have discussed in the class 10th also. So this is again also basic things and few addition to that. ठीक है, आपने चैप्टर 17 भी, दैट इज रेस्पिरेशन भी आपने चैप्टर 6 क्लास 10th में पढ़ा है. ओके डियर स्टूडेंट्स, लेकिन इससे थोड़ा सा एडिशन यहाँ पर क्लास 11th में आपका होगा और वो हम कंप्लीट करेंगे. राइट, सो यू गॉट टू लर्न द चैप्टर 16 बिकॉज वी विल हैव टेस्ट टुमारो. I'll give you certain questions. You will complete those questions and will send those back to me. Is it clear, everyone? Yes. Well, let's start then. So, name of the chapter 17 is Breathing and Exchange of Gases. I'll also send you the PDF of this chapter also, right? Now, this chapter will include the following components. That is, we'll talk about the respiratory organs. Then, second topic will be mechanism of breathing. Third is exchange of gases. Fourth is transport of gases. Then we'll talk about regulation of respiration, and finally we'll have disorders of respiratory system. Disorders means what are the problems we might face if our respiratory system is not working properly. Right? So today we'll start a little bit of this chapter. We can call it as introduction of this chapter. Okay? See students, in chapter 16 we have talked about that basically food we eat when we are hungry. ठीक है, हमें भूख लगती है तो हम खाना खाते हैं. Then there is digestive system which will convert that food into the simple substances. Right? Then these simple substances, they will be transported, they'll be put into the blood. Then blood will transport all components to all cells of the body. The blood will transport these components to all the cells, right? So every cell will receive all the components. Clear, everyone? Is it clear? So every component, that is the simple substances or the food, will be transported or will be sent to all cells of the body. So all cells will have, you can say, the food. Then oxygen is required to burn that food. ठीक है, हमें ऑक्सीजन की ज़रूरत पड़ती है उस खाने को बर्न करने के लिए, so that we can produce energy. Now this first part we have talked about in chapter 16, and this part we'll talk about in this chapter, that is your chapter number 17. How we are taking oxygen? Isn't it? I hope you remember the aerobic respiration. Yes, you remember the aerobic respiration that we have? Yes. So all cells will take up the oxygen and will burn this food material to produce energy. So this will undercome the chapter that we are going to talk about, that is chapter number 70. Okay, dear students? Shall we continue further? Okay. Now see, in case of your respiration basically involves 5 basic steps. We can categorize or we can divide the process of respiration in 5 steps. Okay. The very first step is called breathing. That is, first step is breathing. Breathing means आप ऑक्सीजन लेते हैं, आप ऑक्सीजन रिलीज करते हैं. So this is your breathing. Clear? Now breathing will have 2 steps. One is breathing in. आप सांस अंदर लेते हो, breathing in. Okay. And second we will have breathing out. So we can say your breathing part, or the first part, can have two main you can say sub steps. One is breathing in, breathing in. and second is breathing out. Okay dear students, so जो पहला स्टेप है हमारा which is we calling as breathing, breathing को हम दो कैटेगरीज में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. The very first is breathing in and the second step is breathing out. So in breathing in we will take the air inside our body, right? In breathing out we will remove the air from body. Now when we breathe in, जब हम सांस अंदर लेते हैं, so the air contains more oxygen. So air contains more oxygen. And when we breathe out, the air contains more of carbon dioxide. The air contains more of carbon dioxide. Okay? Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear everyone? Yes. So breathing can be of two main types, or we can say we can categorize the breathing step into two steps. One is breathing in, second is breathing out. So breathing in is taking the air inside the body, and this air will have more of oxygen. Breathing out means removing the air from the body, and this will contains more of carbon dioxide. Okay, so this is your first step. The second step is the diffusion of gases across alveolar membrane. That is your second step. ठीक है? Second is the diffusion of gases across alveolar membrane. Now when we breathe in, the oxygen will go into the lungs. Then in the lungs there will be exchange of gases. ठीक है? Exchange of gases. Alveoli जो है, alveoli is a structure which is present in lungs. So lungs में alveoli मौजूद है. Then alveoli will bring about this exchange of gases. So second step is diffusion of gases, and this diffusion of gases will occur in the lungs, and lungs have a structure which is called alveoli. Okay. Third is, now from alveoli the blood will have the oxygen, or you can say it will the air will go into the blood. So third is transport of gases by the blood. Now blood will transport the gases to all parts of your body. Fourth is, now once the blood reaches to a cell, अब cell जो है, blood जो है cell के पास पहुंच गया. Now the cell, from blood the oxygen will go into the cell, and from cell the carbon dioxide will come into the blood. This is your step number 4. Okay, this is your step number 4. ठीक है? Now next is utilization of oxygen by the cells. The next step is the cells will utilize the oxygen for their various activities. Okay, they will utilize the oxygen for their activities, and there will be production of CO2. Okay, there will be the production of CO2. Clear? So your respiration involves 5 basic steps. First is breathing, second is diffusion of gases across alveolar membrane, third is transport of gases by the blood, fourth is diffusion of oxygen and carbon dioxide between blood and tissues, and the last is utilization of oxygen by the cells for their various activities. Okay dear students, I hope all the 5 steps clear. Now see, this is a diagram of your respiratory system. How does the air goes inside? देखिए सबसे पहले, let's go to the next slide, we'll come back to here. First of all, you will breathe through your nose, isn't it? Nose will take the air, then it will go to the nasal chambers. Okay, then it will go to the nasal chambers, then into the pharynx, then into the trachea, then bronchi, secondary bronchi, tertiary bronchi, then bronchioles, and finally the alveoli. तो जो आप सांस लेते हैं, the air that you are taking through nose, वो nose से होकर कहाँ तक पहुँचती है? alveoli तक. ठीक है? It reaches from nose till the alveoli. Okay? So this is the pathway how the gas travels, or how the air travels in your body. सो नोज से हम लेते हैं और कहाँ पहुँच जाती है, एल्वियोलाई में, ठीक है, क्लियर। और जब हम रिमूव करेंगे, दिस इज़ योर ब्रीदिंग इन। व्हाट ब्रीदिंग इन में क्या होता है कि हम जो एयर से एयर ले रहे हैं, दैट विल रीच टू द एल्वियोलाई, क्लियर। सो दिस इज़ द पाथवे. Now coming back to the same diagram again. So air will go from here, from mouth into the trachea. In between there is a structure which is called larynx. Now larynx is also called as Adam's apple. Okay, larynx is also called as Adam's apple. ठीक है. larynx से पहले होती है epiglottis. epiglottis जो है ये एक flap like structure होता है और ये जब हम खाना खाते हैं तो ये रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम को क्लोज कर देता है ताकि खाना हमारे रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम में ना आ जाए, ठीक है, क्लियर. नाउ थ्रू दिस एयर विल गो लाइक दिस. दिस इज योर ट्रैकिया. देन दिस, दैट इज योर ब्रोंकाई. ओके, दैट इज योर ब्रोंकाई. देन ब्रोंकाई विल फर्दर डिवाइड टू फॉर्म द सेकेंडरी एंड टर्शरी ब्रोंक्यूल्स. देखिए आगे डिवाइड होती जा रही है ये ट्यूब्स. एंड फाइनली जो बलून लाइक स्ट्रक्चर आपको दिख रहा है, दैट इज़ योर एल्वियोलाई. जो छोटा छोटा सा बलून्स लाइक लीफ लाइक स्ट्रक्चर्स आपको नज़र आ रहे हैं, दे आर दी एल्वियोलाई, ठीक है, दे आर कॉल्ड दी एल्वियोलाई. सी दिस इज़ हाउ इट इज़ ऑर्गेनाइज्ड इन योर चेस्ट पोर्शन. आपका रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम इस तरीके से आपकी बॉडी में अरेंज्ड है. सी, सो फ्रॉम नॉस्ट्रल्स दिस विल बी द पाथवे अगेन. This is how the air will go inside your lungs, and lungs have structures which are called alveoli. Okay, clear. Now see, this is, I have drawn a magnified structure. The magnified structure, you can see this alveoli, they exactly look like as the balloons, isn't it? And bronchiole is delivering the oxygen or the air into the alveoli. तो alveoli जो है यहाँ पर आपका exchange होता है, exchange of gases, ठीक है. Here the exchange of gases will occur. Okay, clear, understood. So you can easily see the bronchioles. They are just like balloon like structures. They have a very thin membrane, so diffusion can easily takes place through this. अब यहाँ पर क्या होता है कि exchange होता है alveoli में और blood में, ठीक है. यहाँ से ऑक्सीजन ब्लड में जाती है और ब्लड से कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड alveoli में आती है. Is it clear? Clear? So that is why alveoli is very very important. Okay dear students, so I hope this much is clear to everyone. Today we'll stop our chapter till here. Okay, although I have prepared a longer one, but till here it will be sufficient for you today. Okay, now let's go to the last slide, that is we'll talk about your homework. First of all, you will make notes of the topic, right? Then you will read the page numbers 268 and 269. And tomorrow we will have a test of chapter number 16. So you've got to prepare that chapter for tomorrow. Okay? Okay. Bye everyone.